Guten Morgen, all you wonderful people out there. I'm Wayne, and I'm an alcoholic. Welcome back to the channel, and if you continue to watch this video, you may get something out of it that you haven't quite thought of before. We all want to get to sobriety. If you're an alcoholic or an addict like me, sobriety is the goal, and long-term recovery is what we want to achieve. But we get there in different ways. I got there differently than my sponsor. I got there differently than you. And that brings me to today's daily reflection for 18 February 2021. Our paths are our own. Let's go. All right, folks, it's that time again. Put on your reading ears. It's time to roll. There was nothing left for us but to pick up the simple kit of the spiritual tools laid at our feet. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 25. My first attempt at the steps was one of obligation and necessity, which resulted in a deep feeling of discouragement in the face of all those adverbs. Courageously, completely, humbly, directly, and only. I considered Bill W. fortunate to have gone through such a major, even sensational spiritual experience. I had to discover, as time went on, that my path was my own. After a few 24 hours in the AA fellowship, thanks especially to the sharing members in the meetings, I understood that everyone gradually finds his or her own pace in moving through the steps. Through progressive means, I try to live according to these suggested principles. As a result of these steps, I can say today that my attitude towards life, people, and towards anything having to do with God has been transformed and improved. Bam! There it is, folks. You have your own pace that you can take. There's no reason to try to keep up with me, and there's no reason for me to try to meet someone else's steps that they're taking or the path that they went in order to get sober. Now, the 12 steps and 12 principles of Alcoholics Anonymous. If you are not in Alcoholics Anonymous and that's not your groove, I get it. And if God is not your thing, I also understand that too, like I always say. But the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous is a suggested set of steps in order to reach sobriety and recover from the obsession of alcohol or addiction. Alcoholics Anonymous in itself was meant for alcoholics. However, the byproduct of that, Narcotics Anonymous, has the same kind of progressive manner in which to go from first acknowledging that you are an alcoholic or an addict, and then all the way up through a spiritual awakening. Now, I'm not here to talk to you about all the 12 steps and 12 traditions and principles. However, what is mentioned in today's daily reflection is, if you've ever seen the movie Bill W., or if you've ever seen a documentary on Bill Wilson or Dr. Bob, you know that they went through certain transformations in their life, and the way they thought about God and the way they thought about their alcoholism in order to achieve sobriety. That's the bottom line, folks. And each of us will get there in our own way. Right now, Daniel from Veterans with Anxiety has gotten through, quite a bit. And I'm not going to take his inventory, but I am going to say that he acknowledges that he's an addict. That's a good step. He acknowledges that he needed some help. Also awesome. And he is on his way through sharing the experiences that he has had, as well as listening to others in the recovery community of this medium, YouTube, that there are others out there like him, and there are others who have made it, and he will make it once again. And I have no doubt about that, because we all get there in our own way. And the way that I feel about people, places, and things has completely altered in my life. I used to see people as obstacles to my alcohol. I used to, feel like their opinions didn't matter, and that I could do this on my own if I really wanted to, if I buckled down and just said, I'm not going to drink. but I'm an alcoholic. And that's not an excuse, folks, but it is a disease. And that disease will win if I don't remain conscious of the steps that I personally have to take in order to achieve my sobriety and my long-term recovery. Hence today's daily reflection. Wow. Folks, I'm not even country. I'm from Maryland. I picked this all up from somewhere, and I don't know where. But, yeah, I digress a little bit. I got to go to work, folks. If you've gotten anything from this video and it has a little value for you, hit that like button so this video can stay in circulation. If you haven't checked out the daily reflections or any of the steps of Alcoholics Anonymous, there are links below for that, aa.org. And, you know, I have a direct link for 12 Steps and 12 Traditions where you can pick that up. And you can also see the daily reflections every single day on aa.org. And that's not a plug for them, folks. I don't get any money. And I just appreciate your time, and I appreciate you watching this video. And I hope that you have a big, red, wonderful day. And if you're in the Army or have been, that will mean something for you. Life's a garden, folks. Dig it. Guess what? I'm going to see you in the next one. You have a great day.